Hello boys, my name is Coolyoshi. Welcome back to my 100% walkthrough of Skyward Sword HD for Nintendo Switch. In the last episode, we left off doing some things, and I kind of got confused at first what to do, but I kind of have an idea of a route in my mind, so I'm just gonna go into it. Thanks for helping me carry the pumpkins the other day. Thanks to you, we're ready to plant the new seeds. Only thing is, pine the patch. That is ready to be planted. It's hard work. Only there was someone who's really good at plowing the field. I know someone. Really, if that's the case, I'd love to ask the person to help me out. If you find this person, please tell me to come find me right away. I calculate a 90% chance that this request is in some way connected to gratitude crystals. Your dowsing ability could be calibrated to locate the person who will plow the pumpkin patch for zero. Yes. So, we get that. Is there really someone who could help you out? Well, I'll try to keep my hopes up and wait patiently until they show up. So I kind of got a route idea in my mind. However, most of the actual main stuff will not necessarily take place in Elden, nor will it take place in other stuff. Instead, our main theme is going to be taking place in Manu. As you remember, we had to get a Lifetree Boot for Manu, and we also finished the Kobold base in the last episode. But now it's time to go through and do this again. I probably should have gone towards those warps. Those gets kind of bad when I forget about that, but it is what it is. Now, in easy mode, this next part that's coming up is not quite as bad as it is in hero mode. In hero mode, though, this is one of the most difficult segments in the game, in my opinion, and what makes me potentially not want to do hero mode %. And is also why I wanted the Guardian Potion originally, specifically if I were to do the hero mode version of this, because it is way more brutal. But before we do that, we are going to actually do what this guy says, and before we can actually do anything, actually, not there. Volcano East is what I want, actually. This is the closest to the actual volcano little cavern, so we're going to take this warp instead. And then we're going to just go straight to it. I believe the archers are still back, but that's fine. We won't have to deal with any in this case. Gonna dive off. And now, in case you're wondering what that weird dive setup is if you tilt your stick so it's like a plane flying downward, it makes it fly downward. But anyways, this is the guy we need to talk to. So we meet again. I gotta thank you, for your help last time. You see, I've been searching for new treasure spots, but I can't find a single battle or bit of treasure. Maybe I'm just getting woozy for okay so long. If I could find a job that really played to my strengths, yeah, something in a cool client, then I'd be sad. I know a place. So you know a place where I'd be good at? And it's in the sky? I love the sky. Where do I sign up? I'm telling you, I'm in. Let's do this thing. Alright. This individual capabilities perfectly match the capabilities of the duties expected of an employee at the Lefty Thunder. Do you wish to call a robot? Yes. Understood, Master. I'm skipping some of the dark sides to make it quicker, but I'm still showing some of the unique ones because I don't want to cut out too much, but some are repetitive. Mr. Spy, I'm here. Oh, you want me to carry this? You don't have to tell me twice. Oop. I'll be waiting for you in the sky, so don't take too long. Ooh, we have a bit of a voice. Master also suggests we return to the side and copy the Mog to his destination quickly. Now, here's where the real problem comes into play. We're actually missing a couple of hidden things, and if you remember when I talked about certain 100% requirements, one of them is dowsing options, and for some weird reason, one of them is actually located right here in the cavern. So, to find it, we actually have to dig up this Mogma right here, then talk to him. Whoa, you scary silly. You can't just start digging right above my head, you know. But anyways, if you talk to this guy or a different guy, I believe there's two actually located in the same cave. If you talk to the right guy in here specifically, then I believe after talking to him I don't think I actually had to talk to him. But anyways, if you talk to the right Mogma in here for some reason, this doesn't happen in any other zone. This will actually give you a hidden dowsing option, at which point you'll be able to douse for treasure. Honestly, it's one of the more unusual things that I've had to do for 100%, and honestly, I'm kind of surprised. Yeah. So, yeah, now that we're done, there's quite a few people. I don't really have a good way to do this, so we're gonna talk to these guys, but while skipping all of the text. See if we can get Allison to pop up. Now, all these options are not available until Fi's second help request is complete. It's kind of unusual, but it's something that's really weird. And I'm not gonna necessarily cut stuff out because I have a thing that shows me. Talk to the guy in the maze, and Fi will tell you that you can now douse for rupees. So, he's in this maze, but funnily enough, we've talked too much. Okay. Oh, my sword is flashing, so maybe if I do analysis, it'll trigger this. Alright. Well, I don't know I don't know of another Mogma, so I think I'll have no choice but to go for this phase a bit faster. Oh, there is another guy. You're looking pretty chipper, pal. You come back here to do some treasure idea stuff. In that case, I'll let you out of a little secret. Every volcano is riddled with hidden caves. You can't find them by checking a well for hidden wells and crafts. You can find all kinds of things in this caves. Rupees, but you never know. I got a hunch there's one right around here somewhere. And there we go. As your abilities are sort of increased, it's now possible to douse for rupees. I've registered rupees as a value housing target. Use this exciting feature as necessary. Alright, first really hidden item unlocked. You could actually unlock this sooner. Like, we could have unlocked this right as we came here, and we forgot to because, well, since this is only our second run, we actually didn't get it before. And also, in my SD run, or original Skyward Sword for Wii, I never got that dowsing either. Or I guess I did, but I think that's because I was literally talking to everyone and I ended up finding him on accident one time. But beyond that, I don't think I got this one, as far as I remember. It's quite obnoxious, really. Okay, well, it looks like the archers are gone. That makes things a bit easier. But anyways, my idea for this route was kind of weird at first. Now, okay, the one on the missing on the side that I thought was weird is actually gratitude crystals, but that's fine. So, we have 2 more to go, but both of those won't actually be gotten until later. That's the only thing I literally wanted to tack. Other than that, I can confirm I've gotten all goddess chests and all goddess cubes. If someone wants to prove me wrong, then just look through all the videos and see if you forgot anything yourself. But other than that, I want to at least complete the Silent Trial today. And if not that, then maybe that and Sky Keep today. And I may as well just beat the game at this point, because, well, it's easier to do so. So, I could have done a lot of other different stuff first, but I am choosing to transport this Mogma now because, well, I figured I'm in the area, I may as well do it, so that's why I'm going to do that first, so I can finish off this side quest. So, my idea was I went straight to Lumpy Pumpkin, in case you were wondering why I wasn't in Skyloft, I was here, because I wanted to do that. And since one of my main quests actually goes to Skyloft, I'm actually going to wait until then to get all the side quest stuff done. In fact, I think I'm going to go straight for the trial now I think of it, and then after that's done, Ron Island. Ron Island! Good thing I noticed that. Had to get back up. How far am I away from this? Oh wow, I went the completely opposite way. It's actually more or less down here instead, but honestly, that was partly manipulation. There's another warp here we could take to get closer. In fact, I see it there now, so we're gonna go there. Sometimes, even if you don't go on Skyloft, by the way, some of your friend knights also go on stuff. And yes, without these, it's kind of difficult to get around kind of quickly. Now, I do have to go to Farron as well, because I believe there is a Farron thing that I have to trigger. Oh yeah, that's right. See, yeah. So I have to go to Farron Woods because it's part of my quest to get the Thunder Dragon healed, so I need to go there next. So my idea was to complete this quest and then go straight there, and then go straight to Vanir afterwards, so I can heal the Thunder Dragon, and then I'll do the Thunder Dragon challenge both times while I'm there. Which is why I bought that Guardian Potion sooner, so I could just be ready. It's a good thing I remembered. Brought the old mug. Really? Did I have to say that? Say my best defy. Yeah, you found someone, didn't you? Wait a second, this is a person. So you're saying that this Zelda's gonna play the pitch free? Come on, are you seriously trying to get me to work on a field all day? Is that why you hauled me all the way up here to say? Well, good luck, Mr. Old Man. What about you? Well, I suppose I could at least give it a try. Hey, so how do you think? Look at that, that's amazing. You think? Well, really, it was nothing, really. Reading around in the dirt is child's play for us, mamas. Wow, one more time, please. Again, again. Oh yeah, here I go. Oh, there he goes. I'm so grateful that you brought this lovely guy to help me. I'm gonna ask him to help with all kinds of things. Thank you very, very much. Which means we don't have to carry pumpkins anymore, essentially. And there we go, we have every single gratitude crystal in the game. That confirms we have all the gratitude crystals. So, with that, there's not a lot else we have left to do. Although that thing is close there, that's not close enough for a warp, so I might just use it to go to Lanyu later, but then again, even that's not close. It's kind of awkward, the position it's in. But all I know is, we could go to Skyloft, but we're gonna be forced there as part of the main quest. So we're gonna do this Falling Next setup, which will give us the final part of the Sonic Hero, get the Son of the other stuff. Oh, and yes, we also have to go back behind the temple and a couple of other stuff to get the Son of Hero. And yeah. And only then could we get done. But let's actually focus on the task at the hand. We're starting behind the temple here. Now, I found out more interesting things about the Amiibo, and if you do a speedrun, Amiibo actually is one of the better things in here. If you have this Zelda Loftwing Amiibo and you use it, you can make yourself teleport instantly from anywhere in the area, and there are often times where you'll be very far away from a bird statue. So anyways, we're gonna go straight to the Gate of Time right off the bat. This is where we're going to plant the seedling. That's the only place we can really plant stuff. Otherwise, we can't really do anything otherwise. Impa doesn't have anything new to say. So I'll just plant the seedling right here. So that triggers that. And Impa still doesn't say anything. We don't have to show his text, therefore, because we already looked at her text by accident. I actually thought there was something here at first, but then nothing happened. I was like, what am I doing wrong? I was like, oh yeah, I have to go outside to challenge the prison, because I thought it triggered inside the area. And sure enough, when we go in here, suddenly this big tree comes out of nowhere. Let's see what you have to say. Oh yeah, now this is a tree I could look at all day. It's like a symbol of this temple or something. Every time I stare at it, my jaw starts hanging open. I get this weird, happy feeling. Well, okay. Well, with that in mind, let's get the Lifetree Boot. And now we have to run outside the area. If I could not blonk here. If I could not blonk on the wall, that'd be nice. That being said, because this is a walkthrough, I'm playing this without Amiibo, but Amiibo doesn't really do anything much other than that. That being said, Amiibo is still pretty useful because you could literally return to the sky whenever you want. And then if you use this Zelda Loftwing one again, you can actually go straight back to where you did. And the speedrun of this game uses that to just warp all around the globe. It makes traveling a lot easier. It actually skips a lot of time stuff. That is, of course, in addition to intentionally dying and death warping, which I hate doing that. Because this is a beginner playthrough, you will never see any death warping here because I don't like dying. Let's be honest. Also, because it's easy mode, it takes longer to die, so it actually not waste as much time. So I feel like just using a meeple alone would save enough time to where it won't matter. If you can take damage in the right spots, then yes, you can manipulate it as you go along, but that would also involve you not dying when you don't want to. It'd be tricky, but yeah. That's part of another reason why most of the time this game is actually 100%ed on its hardest mode, because you take more damage, so it's much faster to death warp in this game than on any other one. Alright, now back to the gorge. I almost forgot where I was going. I don't want to save right away, so I'm gonna talk to him, revive him, go for this, and then we will talk to him. Oh, Yoshi, hello there. Is there stuff you need? Alright. We pull out this big boy. Oh, is that what I think it is? You bought that here for me, didn't you? And of course he's gonna spin and throw it. Look at this. Oh, down the hatch. Oh. Here we go. Xanadine. Xanadine, baby. That's actually kind of funny, Dex. Oh, you done it, boy. I can feel the fruit's effects surging through me. It's exhilarating. I feel like a proper dragon again. Alright. Just because I have eternal life doesn't mean I can't get mighty sick. Thanks to you, boy, this old dragon will keep on charging a while yet. I owe you a big thank you, so allow me to perform a moving rendition of my part of the SotH hero. I should warn you, I got a mean set of pipes and I know how to use them. Clean out your ears, boy, so brace yourself. Ooh. Well then, whatever you say, dragon. So far, this is actually going pretty well now that I've gotten to this part, but now we're about to get to my least favorite part of the game. The boss rush is both RNG and pretty trolly because of the route we're taking. We actually have to defeat the imprisoned free. Remember that guy that we said was really difficult? We're doing him twice more just because, well, he's the hardest boss here. Yoshi, I owe you my life. I'll have to let me repay you. Give you some time to prepare. When you next return to visit me, I believe you'll be mightily pleased. You can actually do it right away. Well done, Master. You successfully collected 3 parts of the SotH. Then you return to the sky and make with the Great Spirit revive us to clear us on. Here's the funny part. You don't actually have to do that. The challenge he mentions will actually appear right off the bat. But that being said, this is very much a scary part of the game, so we're gonna save first and go into it normally first. This will be with no potions first, and then during the second one, we're gonna use with a potion medal. Yes, I'm looking to make sure that this is correct. That I have this and a guardian potion. I'm gonna use this, and you can actually use that and it'll carry its effect into the boss rush. Normally, you're not allowed to use potions of any kind. As a result, this is one of the few you can use. The other one being Stamina Potion, which would allow your energy to do less as much. And if you're doing a speed run, that is what you would do. But anyways, I'm not going to talk much more. This is a very difficult part of the game. Oh, actually, I told you to wait a little while, but I guess you just couldn't resist, huh? I guess there's no sense in waiting any longer. Let's get the show started. Of course, seeing as how you're the hero legend, you don't really have time to go off here, right? So how about we make this a bit more fun and meaningful by making you take back through some of the challenges you faced previously. You know, sometimes you gotta step backward to go forward. There's a lot you can learn from revisiting past struggles, oh yes. So, are you game? Yes. A true hero, that's the spirit. If you would permit me, I'll take a peek at your past experience. Indeed, you have done some amazing things like battling fierce foes and overcoming the daunt trials in the sight well. Alright then, based on all the spirits, you can choose one of 2 exciting challenges. Which you like to try, we're gonna do battle. You want to do battle? Fantastic, Moxie. Because you choose battle, I will select for only the toughest opponents you've ever faced. And I'll use my power to recreate the same battle so you can face your greatest enemies once more. Smarts, I'll award you. Do well enough and I might give you something truly special, an absolute sturdy seal. But if you lose, well, let's just say it's game over or whatever. That's basically what he said. Still interested? Like, well, Laurie, I like it. Alright, which period of journey you would like to face an enemy from? Later on. From later on your journey? Well, here we go. So now we have to defeat the same guy that has the instant kill stuff again. Well, hopefully Groose does his thing. The only items you can use in the battle are items you would have had at the time. Yep, that's it. Also, pouch items are prohibited. I know that sounds really hard, but you fought these guys once for horror, so I gotta keep it interesting, huh? A little bit rough on you. Tell you what, I'll let you keep the shield you are currently equipped. You all set? You got a shield and everything? Alright. Well, here we go. So, this is the refight where we essentially have to face stuff again. I'm gonna use Goose's cannon right off the bat. I'm gonna take a bit more time on his first cycle as well, because, well... It tends to be really bad. Oh, I forgot he has a tail now. That's one thing I always forget. He has a freaking tail in this, of all things. Oh, whoa! Where in the... okay. This is a first. I didn't know you could do this. I guess we're gonna just land on the Frizen's head like this. I've never... ever done this before. Oh, okay, yeah, he just bucks me off right away. Now I am taking this a bit slower because I hate his tail and a couple of other things, so I'm using this to basically take out one of his toes right off the bat. Once I kill one of the toes, he'll start kind of limping around a bit, and this is what actually gives me a chance to hit them. The only reason I'm doing this is because ever since that big fail happened the last time, I've been very daunting ever since, and I absolutely hate it for that reason. Goodness, I'm not able to do anything. I don't want to use Groose here. Now, if you use defeat the arms, it will make the toes a bit easier to hit. Alright, here we go. Now, there are healing area stuff in later fights, but I don't like dealing with that. Okay, now that he's down on the ground, I'm gonna have to... Oh. Now, it's probably easier to defeat him in a better way, but honestly, I couldn't care less. As long as we get stuff going. Doesn't he stay down for a pretty long time, now I think of it? Yeah. He doesn't look like he's getting up anytime soon. I'll try the speed strategy later, once I've defeated him the first time. This is because Goose did this weird glitch last time. And you guys remember this, but when he flies, you're supposed to hit him with Goose, and Goose is supposed to be ready right off the bat. That's what it's happened for. At least when I did it in the Wii version, he was ready, despite me using him. Alright. But anyways, we hit him with Goose, and that causes him to fall down. And then that resets the setup. And the music will calm down in a minute. Alright. Well. Okay, it looks like we're near the head, which is fine. Oh, the next time we're definitely doing the speed strategy. The speed strategy for this boss, in case you don't know, is go up one level right away and then stun the imprison so you can just straight up hit him. If you don't, he'll immediately buck you off right off the bat, as you saw there. Alright. Oh, no. This is my least favorite part, and this is why I'm doing this fight first. But first, we need to figure out where we are, which we're actually, again, pretty close to the area. I guess the second hit kind of just takes you close to the area, so I'm going to do this pausing as I go so I can take the exact path required to this. Because if you do take the worst path, it is possible to lose. Beyond that, I need to focus. Alright, now we have to talk to Goose. Alright. Whew, okay, that was first time. The first time we've defeated him. Now we have to do that another time, and then we will not have to deal with him again. Now, the way the boss refight works is if you defeat a boss, you'll never get it a second time, which means we'll never get imprisoned free a second time. You can only get it once every so often. Or not. So anyways, now health does carry between battles, so you need to pay attention to your health quite a bit. But only doing 4 battles, it'll be crazy. Anyways, you just told us, oh, our shield durability and hearts carry between battles, but now we're going to continue, and now, for consecutive battles, we get random picks. And it looks like we're starting with, this is in Prison 1. Prison 1's pretty free, there's multiple ways to heal. In fact, I'll use this as a healing battle. We could skip the toes and a couple of other stuff, but I prefer to actually defeat them because, well, if you're low, this is a recovery battle. So we could actually go on top of them right now, and that would end the battle a bit sooner. But for the first 2 phases, we're actually going to do the same thing we did last time, because then it'll act as a recovery. And you can tell it's a Prison 1 because he is not... Oh, he doesn't have any arms in this version. So, yeah, we do that, and then he slides around, at which point we have to go up. I believe 2 levels would be easier, actually. And I guess now I've done it, I'm gonna try to strat. He doesn't necessarily buck you off as much as he does in the other versions, so if you can actually do the trick like you did in there, but it's not intended to be the right strategy. You're supposed to do something different. Okay, well, we didn't even get onto him, so it would have been easier if we actually got onto his thing. Alright. And yes, only the first time you face him, he does a little bit of a longer stall before he does each toes, which means it's usually a little bit easier to get him down. And yes, I'm using this as a recovery battle. Now in the third battle, or the second one, I'm going to be using my Guardian Potion. Now if my setup was correct, then that means Guardian Potion will give me invulnerability for basically 9 whole minutes due to its stupid effect thing. And we can get it back if for some reason we do die to the prison by literally just saving the game afterwards. Okay, honestly, since he was not close to me, what I should have done there was I should have just walked around the right side and dropped down from a different angle. Because that would have allowed me to actually land on his head. In this case, I did not land on his head. And this is my least favorite part, because now he starts actually doing the shockwave. Oh. But thankfully he's pretty stupid in this version. It doesn't seem to buck you off as much. Sometimes you'll have to jump off, but if you do this, yeah, it's a pretty easy fight. So already you have to face this big sucker twice. Now this is just the first battle, by the way. We have to do this 2 times in the run. That's what makes this so brutal. Because we need the Hylian Shield, which is the sturdy shield, by the way, we need to do this twice. Once for 4 battles, and once with 8 battles. Alright. Alright. Make sure not to accidentally quick or continue accidentally at the wrong time, or you'll have to do other stuff. If I continue the first time, it won't be too bad, I guess. Oh, why took damage there? Now, you don't necessarily have to bomb them the second time, because we do so much damage that they'll just roll to the side, and then you can get him to open his mouth after a little bit. We're using Skyward Strikes because they obviously do more damage to him. Nice 36. This is one of the fastest bosses to get. Another one is Gyriam 1, which can be beaten in 7 seconds, funnily enough. It's the one we really want to get. Funnily enough, though, the game actually draws stuff based off of basically RNG moments, which means a lot of the enemies, for some reason, according to what someone said, are in a set, which means if you haven't done a certain battle, then it'll try and go for that instead. Alright, number 4 will be, ooh, this is Gyriam 2. Usually Gyriam 1 is first, but whatever. That means we have to deal with the obnoxious sword movement. Okay, got him the first time. We always make him grab the sword the first time, because otherwise he follows you around for like 15 plus minutes before stopping. Okay, he didn't do it again. Okay, that was dumb. Alright, let's try it again. Oh, now he's stuck. Can I just get his second cycle? Good, okay. That means we don't have to deal with that bull crap anymore, and now it's more or less just like we did before. Got a freebie. We got another freebie there as well. Ah, didn't do the right slice there. Okay, well, that was honestly not a bad Gyriam 2 for what we could have done. If we could get him while we're immune, that makes it a bit easier. Alright, here we go. Time to quit. Here's our first item, a piece of art, which gives us full life, finally. Now, we aren't able to bring any medals, so that means we will be weakened during the second battle, and yeah. Now for the really brutal part. We're gonna have to defeat pretty much multiple bosses without doing stuff. So here's the trick that I mentioned. That'll make this easier. And in order to make this trick work, we are obviously going for speed strats on the Imprison Free. So, we want to equip whatever this is. Drink it and then immediately... Whoa! Not fall off like an idiot. That wastes a bit of time on our potion. Not gonna lie. Oh, there we go. Now we talk to him. I was about to say, if I can't talk to him, then what am I going to do? Okay, later on. Well, here we go. Here we go. Prison free again. We're forcing this fight first because I want to deal with it right off the bat. And in case you're wondering what we do with him, we are going to go one level up right away, which this is like the easiest way to do so. And then we drop a bomb on him with the Grucinator. And then stun and walk onto his face to take him out a bit quicker. We do a similar feint on Imprison too as well. But I skipped that because initially I had not done that. Okay, that was my own fault. As you saw there, I tried to get on his face, but then things happened. Now, the biggest way to back this up is to look where he is, and then just go to his location after that. But honestly, that's not good. If we get Gruce again, we cannot use him the second time. I'm just saying that because, well, if we were to do that, then... See, look, he bugs us off, like, almost immediately. So you know what? Because that was a bad fail, and I've been doing that a lot, we're gonna just show what happens when we fail. So every time we either die to that boss, or fail to do something else, or something else bad happens and we die in the other battles, which shouldn't happen, this is like the only one that's bad, then we're gonna reset and try again. Honestly, that's like the second time that fail has happened too. Like, when I initially did this, it was fine. But that stupid up slash, you see, I mean to slash to the right, and instead of doing that, it gets crazy. Okay, this time I should be in range before I do this, so we're gonna get, like, here. Shrink it, and then very quickly talk to him. This time we did it properly, this time. Alright. Now, if we did this right, we should still have, Actually, I guess one way we could look is if there is a record time here, then that means we did indeed get the piece of art. Yep, we did get the piece of art. Alright. In case you're wondering, yes, we're trying not to up slash him. Instead, we're trying to, I mean, in slash him. We're supposed to up slash him because that does like 2 hits at once. And you can actually let you defeat him a bit sooner. But we kept on failing that for some reason, so yeah. Also, it wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe wait on him to get to my location before I do this. Alright. Oh, this time it missed! Did you see that? I tried using the up slash, and it frickin' missed! Right, me, I don't want to deal with this. I'm just gonna keep on resetting until I frickin' get this. It's not even that bad to get. I just keep on missing it. Ugh. Frick me, I think I'm gonna have to go for the regular strategy, because you saw that up slash was supposed to hit and it didn't work. I'm pretty sure I was just way too far to the left. My apologies. And yes, I'm pretty sure I was too far to the left there, so we are trying this again. Oh, actually, I just realized something. I have full hearts. That's my indication that I've done the first one. And the only reason why I do that, by the way, this one first, is because, well, now I have an extra heart for the battle. Okay, and then talk to him. Okay, we're getting better at doing that, at least. And the reason why we want to do Prison Free first is obvious. He is a very bad fight, and if you fail him, you have to redo the entire fight again. A Prison Free, for many people, has ended runs of this game trying to, like, get the Hylian Shield or get all 12 fights for the same reason. So to ensure that that does not happen, we need to make sure that we do this all properly. I'm going to move over here this time and then fire with Bruce. And then see that I'm a bit far away, but I'm kind of close to him. Okay, I'm going to just do up slashes. There we go! Frickin' finally. That's what was supposed to happen those other times. So we got the quick hit, that defeats him a bit sooner. And that's the last normal thing we have to do. The rest is pretty much just cutscenes and nothing much else. And because of the bomb, I believe he gets more time to charge up, so I believe he should be ready this time. Yeah, see, look. That time he was ready right away, and that's probably because I got this right away, whereas in the second one, I did not get this until later, so... A little other effect as well, I didn't really mention this, but there is another trick in this that not a lot of people know about. I'm near the back, by the way. If you were to hit him, and then stay on a specific spot, then you won't actually fall off of him for some reason, and you can just get 2 hits while he's flying, and just kill him that way. It's a very unusual glitch. Like, when he lures here, you can stay on him, but you need to be at the top for that to work, and you get thrown off after the second hit, so this has to be done normally. That is not the map. The reason why I like doing the map here is because, well, obviously you'll know where to go, and from there you can kind of just take the fastest path up to the sealed temple. This more or less just guarantees that you can at least get to the temple every time, though whether or not you can land the shot is a different story. Alright. There we go. Nice, okay. We've not fallen off yet. Whew! No falls this time. Not gonna lie, for some people, this is probably the most difficult part of the fight. But we did it. And now we have a little bit of time to chill because since we did the Guardian Potion trick thing, the next 3 fights, we won't take any damage whatsoever. We can still use our shield, but we won't take any damage. So we can kind of just go in and do whatever we want, and we won't have to worry about much. It won't be until later where we'll have to actually do stuff. Continue. Alright. Here we go. Ooh, same pattern again. Imprisoned once straight off the bat. We're gonna do the fast toast strategy for the first part. Since we can do this kind of quickly, and then when we go up, we can do the trick fit for the second times. Oh, jeez, he's right up against the wall. I might have to go around. I'm gonna go around his left side for safety. There we go. Just because we made it out of the hard part doesn't mean we're done yet. We still have lots of terrible parts to go. And like I said already, this is the worst part of the entire game in terms of 100% is getting the shield because of having to do this boss rush. Okay, I am not close enough to him, so I need to move a bit closer and actually dash off the side this time like I didn't do before. And yeah. So here's the first trick skip. When you're doing it the first time, you'll probably want to set up stuff. Okay, we got the skip. For Prison 1, it's pretty easy to do this. The second time around, you usually are required to use Groose to get the hits instead. That being said, the way you're supposed to learn about this trick is basically through Groose altogether. Like, if Groose, for some reason, goes to a certain spot, then, you'll notice that, oh, if the spike is on his head, you can kind of hit them. Because if you notice, like, briefly during one of the phrases, it is possible to get on the prison's head, but you're not supposed to find it out or do it normally until you have Groose, because what you're supposed to do is get on top here, use Groose to hit the cannonball down, then and see, look, he doesn't buck you off right off the bat. So you can just do that 3 times and just beat him a lot quicker. Because I was near the toes, though, I just did it once and then 2 more times. This is just to skip the electric toes, so you don't have to deal with those, because having to deal with the shockwave toes is like some of the worst things in the entire of gaming. Like, the way you're supposed to do that fight is you're supposed to use his bombs to help you out, but yeah. Alright. Very similar pattern for some reason. Now, this does change quite a bit. Alright, continue. 3 more battles to win. Still have invisibility. We got Skulldare again. Oh, quit me. When Skulldare is doing that, I completely forgot to mention, he's completely immune to all attacks. Okay, well, this will probably still be more or less the same. Okay, good. About the same time as we got before. This is a good fight to get early on, but also a bad fight because if we were to go up top, we could recover both bombs and hearts right away. Alright. Now, if we get Ancient Cistern's boss next, there's actually a unique strategy we can do. But first we need to see which one it is. And yes, the pattern is different, so you'll get different fights each time. Oh, we got Girium 2 again. Oh, why am I doing? I am not even doing my sword properly. Okay. Is he gonna stop? Nope. Oh, now he does. Oh, but I attacked him in the wrong spot there, like a dingus. Whenever he does that, it gets a bit tricky. Oh, he changed it. That's what he's doing. Excuse me. Yeah, he wasn't changing anytime soon. He's supposed to stop at some point, usually. Trolling me. Yes, he follows your hand around, as you can see, clearly. This is not good if we've gotten this fight and we got a bad second pattern, because, well... Yeah, I think because I missed the second shot, he doesn't do it as fast. And then he just... Oh, he straight up teleported out on me that time. There we go. And then I dashed the wrong way again. In case you're wondering what you're supposed to do, is you're supposed to do one slash to the right and then usually quickly slash afterwards. That's what the game wants you to do. Because when you slash when your sword isn't, you do damage. Okay, we're gonna have to go really crazy in this next phase. Okay, that's fine. Ooh. I didn't do the slash I wanted, but that still hit him. Darn it. Alright, that was not a good Girium 2. Hopefully you can do the next a bit faster. Obviously, the faster we do this, the better, but there are some... Alright, now number 5. Oh, yeah, this is what I was worried about. Now we have Tentalus. This is the longest boss on the list, according to the setup. It takes a long time, and the only way you can speed it up is by just charging your strikes as fast as possible and attacking a random tentacle as fast as possible. Other than that, there's not a good way to speed this up, so this is really a 3-minute auto score. That's what this is. Also, it's not a bad idea to come stocked with bows, but because if you don't do that, then it makes this next part a bit trickier. Nice, okay. Missed a couple times, but got it the second time. Alright. And Tantalus is a bit weird in that he doesn't take any extra damage from the Skyward Strike or Skyward Sword or whatever. Instead, he takes damage based off of basically other things. Now, you don't have to defeat all the tentacles. You simply have to defeat a set amount of them. The game only counts certain hits done on them. So that's kind of why you kind of want to just go for random ones as they come near you. Because once you cut off enough of them, then the appears off. Okay, good. Got another quick hit on him. And yes, Tentalus, there's no really good way to speed up his first phase. It's arguably one of the longest phases in the entire game. Because the only count, it's only hits against him count. So this is usually where your invincibility will end. Once you get that. Another one is Ancient Sister, and that boss is also terrifyingly long. It also becomes longer if you, for some reason, miss any of these staggered strikes. Alright. Now this should be the last phase. Alright. After a while, he does start trying to twirl you, so we have to throw this one a bit backwards. Okay, we got an early hit, though. That skips him having to do his tentacle thing, which is what he normally does here. And now we go on to phase 2, which is just 2 more quick eye jabs, and we're done. And this also gives us a small bit of arrow recovery. My bad, I can't do stuff math. Alright. Now, because this is still like 8 battles in, we'll still have the invincibility for quite a bit, but this does take out a decent chunk of it, which is why I don't like this fight. Ideally, you get it later, because, well, if you're not going to take any damage. Oh. And he almost did his... we almost let him do his eye thing, but we interrupted him at the last second. Okay, now we have to do the tentacle surviving, which is literally just slashing over and over again until they're all gone. Oh, come on, please. Excuse me. There we go. Finally, we got a hit. Missed the blow like 3 times there. Alright. And yes, this is basically a segmented boss. There's no way to speed it up, truly. This is why you don't want to get him. Thankfully, we've only got him once so far, so it's not bad. If we could just skip the Ancient Cistern fight, maybe that'd not be bad. That being said, there is a new strategy I have for the Ancient Cistern boss. It'll look weird at first, but it is actually faster. Alright. Number 6. Number 6 is... Imprison 2. Okay. This one, we are going to, ignore his toes completely and just wait for Groos's cannonball to be ready each time. Oh, wait. I just realized I should be doing that, because I remember he climbs the thing, right? Doesn't he climb the thing? So we have to wait on him a bit. Oh. Okay. He stopped me right as I was in the cutscene. I'm not sure if that's gonna do anything, but anyway. Hey, Yoshi. Oh, there he goes. Okay, good. He fell down. That's the good thing we want. Alright. And now the other 2 times, we're just gonna do the skip, where we skip having to do it the second 2 times. This is where it actually becomes a much more straightforward. In fact, after the first bit, I don't usually see him climb the walls after that. And even if he does, there's a strategy you can use to get him down anyways. Alright, we're gonna wait for this thing to come back up. I'm standing right on top. Then I'll go up another level and use Groos to stun him so I can do 2 quick hits. That's what makes this fight easy. Otherwise, it'd be much more difficult. Okay, Groos is ready. We're gonna first have to go up a level, though, and get close to him. Which will require almost all of our energy to do so. And then we're gonna use that. Bam! Alright, here we go. And I'll do the same strategy as I did before. Oh, come on! I don't want to slash to the right. That's one problem. I try and slash down. Like, I try and slash down, and it keeps on doing that dumb thing instead. Great, now I have to wait for Groos to get back. Because I doubt I can do it a second time. But, oh well, we'll use this time to get ahead of the Imprison. He does go slightly faster in this, but that doesn't really make much of a difference. In case you're wondering, I was trying to slash down, and it went the absolute opposite way. That's fine, because he usually doesn't climb any more walls after the first. I've never seen him climb more walls after the first for some weird reason. Oh, there we go. See, that's what I was trying to do the first time. Thank you, game, for actually, recognizing that. Now we go up 2 layers. It's a bit higher up than usual because of taking very long, but that shouldn't usually change the part. Instead, the main thing it'll change is now he'll be kind of close to the right side. That means I'll just have to drop off the ledge when it's time, and also we'll have to move around the side here. Ooh. I have not gotten this properly. This is kind of a tricky fight if you don't know what you're doing, particularly once you start missing stuff. It gets really bad, and why did I aim there? I just completely missed. Well, I guess that strat is done. Looks like we're doing the toes strategy again. Well, time to take damage again. We'll have to go on alternating sides in order to even get hits on the toes during this part. Okay, we got a couple hits, which is not bad. And yes, this is the point where he can no longer be defeated in the same way. So we're waiting on Bruce, basically. Which he's ready now. There we go. Frickin' much better this time around. Well, at least he didn't waste as much of our time as it could have been. Good. We skipped this next phase. Now he should be limping around. Darn it. Didn't quite make it. Okay, there we go. Alright, he should be dead now. This is why I mentioned he was free, though. Because, well, it's not bad. But also, whoa! I got knocked down, apparently. Okay, where am I? I want to go over here. And go up this level. Back around here. I think part of the problem is I can't just do the slashes right away. I have to wait a small moment before doing them. Well, we got him. Took a while, but we got him. That's good. We don't have to deal with this fight ever again. And that also means all 3 prison boys are beaten. That means, there's only 1 left in the second loop at this point. So, ideally, we just get all the easy fights from here. This includes Moldark as well as... What's his name? Still hasn't... No, it's called... Girium 1. Yeah, Girium 1 hasn't come up yet. I want to get Girium 1, ideally. He's very easy. He can be beaten in like 7 seconds, so ideally we get him next. If we get the Agent Cistern fight, that'll be bad. Okay, this is not bad. This is the Scorpion. There's a new strategy for him. If you use the slingshot and then hit him a couple of times, you'll actually stop him from doing his other attack, and you can just hit him multiple times. Giving this basically one of the more useful techs for the slingshot. Normally he would attack and do all other tons of stuff, but if you use the hook shot for some reason, you can just completely stop his movement altogether. And this is really important because without this, this is actually kind of a difficult fight. Oh, that's the bad attack. Didn't even give me time to open his claw. The reason why this could be one of the worst fights is because, well, it could be kind of bad. Okay, we got a free hit on him. Now we have to look for him using the gust spells. Alright, well, this second phase has been going a lot better this time around. Well, if I could actually reveal him properly, that is. There we go. Too late. If he does the block thing this time, we'll have to do the fail. Okay, there. Good. That was a pretty good fight for all things considered. Didn't take much damage. It could be really brutal. But yeah, the slingshot strategy, as you can see, that makes that fight a lot less cheap. Without the slingshot, that's actually a pretty bad fight. Alright, now we want Girium 1. If we get the Ancient Sister fight, it'll be good, but good, and both fights will have heals. But anyways, here we go. Now we can... Alright, so this is the last fight. We want Girium 1. We got him! Alright, we don't have to do the Ancient Sister fight at all. Well, this is quite a good way to finish off the fight, facing off our boy Girium, and this is why I said I wanted this fight. You only have to do 2 cycles, and then he just immediately goes into a second phase. And then, if you get good patterns from him, you can straight up just beat him in like 7 seconds if you're doing hero mode. Now, because he's a bit more trickier on this, I'm not going to get the same effect as I would on normal mode. We still beat him pretty quickly, though, in less than 30 seconds, and that's why I wanted that fight. That saves a lot of time. Alright. Alright. Quit now and you'll get yourself a not too shabby, absolutely dirty seal, but the next win will net you a fabulous 2,000 rupees. I did this slowly just to make sure. Right, no need to knock yourself fighting the enemies here, right? May as well save yourself for the real battles, I suppose. But you are, just as I promised, I'll give you this. We got it! The legendary Hylian Shield is now ours! At long last. And with this, that means we are now done with boss rush, and let's be honest, I actually did pretty well. Despite having to reset in prison free a couple of times, we, in our first legit attempts, we did it both times. Not gonna lie, that was not bad. If you do struggle with that fight, don't worry. You can basically practice the fights as many times as you want. If you struggle with a second boss, I recommend checking out this other YouTuber. His name is Austin Scott. He has more strategies on how to defeat the bosses as safely as possible while taking a few hits as possible. And of course, if you use the potion like I did, you can basically get freebie fights, which basically allows you to just do the speed run, which is really good because it makes the setup a bit easier. But that being said, I think we're kind of tired now. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, rate, subscribe, but I'll see you guys in the next video where we'll get the remaining items that we're missing and trigger the end game. Until then, see you guys later. Bye.